there's some pretty big AI news. Some of these are just rumors, but they are rumors from fairly credible sources. So take it with a grain of salt, but I would not be surprised if most of these are true. First, Google nears the release of Gemini AI to challenge OpenAI. People have already been using Gemini AI. They're testing it and giving reports back to Google. Now, Google is betting a lot on Gemini's success. First of all, Gemini is going to be multimodal. It's going to have image capabilities. It's going to be able to write lyrics. So it seems like it's going to be some sort of a fusion between ChatGPT and something like Stable Diffusion or Midjourney, where it's going to be able to move back and forth with text and images. Also, it's planning to sell access to Gemini technology to outside developers, which is similar to the direction in which OpenAI is moving. The goal is to get as many users on board that are using the AI technology to build. Whoever wins the race for this will likely have the most resources and users and continued dominance in the AI arena. Now, OpenAI is more aligned with Microsoft. Keep that in mind. And Microsoft has stated, Satya Nadella has stated that they're trying to make Google dance. They're not afraid to get in the ring and slug it out with Google. Google employees have also discussed using Gemini to offer features like analyzing charts or creating graphics with text descriptions and controlling software using text or voice commands. So this is a little bit similar to OpenAI's code interpreter or advanced data analytics that it's now called. And Google will start putting Gemini into everything from its Bard chatbot to Google Docs and slides. One interesting tidbit here is that they're planning to use YouTube to train its bot. Now, YouTube is, of course, massive amounts of video, massive amounts of transcripts. Gemini might potentially be multimodal in the sense that it's going to have some sort of a video built in. If Gemini is able to view and understand videos, then it might be able to, for example, help a mechanic diagnose a problem with a car based on a video. We're seeing something similar happening with Minecraft, where AIs are trained to play Minecraft by watching Minecraft videos. Something like this might be just around the corner. And it might help YouTube develop the most advanced text-to-video software. Now, currently we have something like Runway that we've seen. Runway is pretty good. It's producing some pretty interesting stuff, but it's still very obviously AI-generated. Training a large model on something like the entire YouTube catalog, might allow it to produce some pretty realistic videos. So this is Demis Hassabis. He's the co-founder of DeepMind, which was later purchased by Google and became Google DeepMind. Now, we might see Gemini potentially end of 2023. We don't have any exact dates yet, but we're coming up close. And it might be the thing that finally unseats GPT-4 as the reigning AI king. But OpenAI is hustling not to be outdone. Now, GPT-4 was supposed to have vision, the ability to, for example, see web pages or recognize images, etc. Now, OpenAI has been slow in releasing this to the public, likely due to some safety concerns and privacy concerns. They didn't want it used to solve CAPTCHAs. They didn't want it to be used for stalking or some sort of nefarious face recognition purposes. It might run afoul of some EU laws. We don't know, but basically that was greatly delayed. However, it seems that very soon the company will be ready to roll out GPT Vision, which is basically GPT-4 with vision. But there's something even bigger that's potentially coming on the other side of Gemini and GPT Vision, and that is the widely awaited GPT-5. Now, there was a time when Sam Altman said, we are not training GPT-5, at this time at least. That might have changed, or maybe it's not going to be called GPT-5, but they did trademark GPT-5. And a few of the Bay Area AI insiders have been pointing to something like GPT-5 being announced in November. According to the information, there seems to be a codename GOBI for GPT-5. So GPT-5 might be called GOBI, or perhaps they will change it to whatever real name they're going to use for it, and GOBI is just sort of the code name that they're going to use during development. But it does seem that there's rumblings that sort of that next big thing will be rolling out soon. When exactly? Well, here's my guess. Well, November 6th is OpenAI's first developer conference. What's on the schedule? We don't quite know. However, they're going to be talking about new tools and exchange ideas, but we'll leave the rest to the imagination. Now, the GPT-5, the GOBI, or whatever it's called, probably won't be announced then. But I think GPT Vision, the GPT's 4 image understanding capabilities, which again, technically, I think they're available now for inside use, as well as to that company, Be My Eyes, that helps people with seeing difficulties. It helps them kind of navigate the world. but that will likely be announced November 6th. I also wouldn't be surprised if we saw some sort of a cost reduction for GPT-4, perhaps fine-tuning for GPT-4. They recently announced that fine-tuning for GPT 3.5 Turbo. It's now available, so perhaps GPT-4 will be next to drop. And maybe we'll even hear some news about DALL-E. DALL-E, the AI image generator that has been kind of in the background for a while, might make a bigger appearance. Some new research in the AI is showing that these AI image generators, these neural nets, tend to develop almost a 3D engine, a 3D model of the world, even though they're just trained on 2D images. So I wouldn't be surprised if DALL-E makes some waves during this conference as well. Things are heating up. Don't blink. Subscribe so you don't miss out.